Hey y'all, today we're gonna meet up with Harvey and Silas again. We're out here at Indian Cliffs Ranch. We're gonna have lunch at Cattleman Steakhouse. We're gonna check out some roping, and we're gonna also sit down with the owner, Marc, and go ahead and talk to him about the history of Indian Cliffs Ranch. Come on.
So we started out in late 1968, 1969 as a horseback riding ranch. That was the original vision. At the time, we never intended to go into the restaurant business, but my dad was in charge of moving the Fort Bliss soldiers over to, or the German Air Force over to Fort Bliss, and he used to love to come out here and ride horses and bring his friends out and stuff like that.
How did it change her?
Well, we got so busy. A few years after we started, we already had over 125 horses. We were booked all the time, and we kind of needed a little bit more facilities for the people that came out. Back then, there was nothing out here. There was nothing, Lee Trevino wasn't there, Zaragoza, nothing. So we were just a ranch in the middle of nowhere. So needed a place for people to eat, drink, and relax a little bit.
I mean, that vision changed a lot.
Probably the most obvious thing that differentiates us from a lot of the other steakhouses in Texas is obviously going to be the atmosphere. We are located on a 50 square mile working ranch. We're not surrounded by the city. When you come out here, it's like it was back in the day. The architecture, the decorations, everything is pretty authentic out here, and it feels like you're going back in time. But we're not just a destination. One of the things that's always kept us in business has been the quality of our meat. We age and cut everything here on premise. We've got full control from the meat packing house to the plate, so we're able to put out a great quality product. On a monthly basis, I would say, just depending on our counts, we're anywhere from 25 to 30,000 pounds of beef a month.
Loitering out on a doorstep again.
Well, so we do have the children's zoo out there. We've got rabbits, goats, rattlesnakes, the ostrich, llamas, longhorns, deer. We've got some of our cattle and, of course, our horses. We board horses out here as well. My favorite animal is by far the giraffes. Just kidding, we don't have giraffes.
I was gonna say, I've never seen giraffes.
I'm like, hey, where are these giraffes?
I was just here last month. Are these new?
No, definitely the horses. I spend a lot of time with the horses, and the horses are definitely my favorite. So.
What kind of equestrian events do you guys host here?
So a couple of years ago, we finished up our arena out here. Back in the day, we used to put on ropings and other different rodeo events, but we kind of got away from it for about 30 years, and we just started doing it again. Right now, what we're doing is we've got a few horse sales every year. We've got a local company that contracts out, Rio Grande Livestock, and they have a horse auction out here a few times a year. It's a great event, fun family event. And then we also do some team roping events, and we have public practice is open as well every Wednesday down at the arena. It's $25 per person, and it's free for spectators.
So anybody can come and join you guys doing this?
Absolutely, yes.
Is there age restriction, or is it kids friendly as well?
It's kid friendly as well.
What celebrities have dropped by?
Well, we've had a lot of celebrities. I hate to name names, but probably the most famous was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The Cantina?
At the Cantina.
Right,
yeah.
right. I was here when they were, I think it was for his babysitter, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
their nanny or housekeeper.
Housekeeper
Had a wedding.
wedding,
Yeah.
where everybody was down there.
Yeah, so
That's
that
pretty
was
cool.
kind of the highlight. But we've had some NFL stars. We get a lot of Mexican actors out here, some American actors, politicians, stuff like that. So since we are huge desert atmosphere, we've had a few movies over the years. Probably my favorite was Lone Wolf McQuade with Chuck Norris. We've had Nick Nolte with On the Border. Had another movie called Death of an Angel. We had Courage Under Fire with Denzel Washington, Matt Damon, Lou Diamond Phillips. And we've had a bunch of made-for-TV movies, a bunch of shows and stuff, so we continue to do a few different. It varies. So West Texas is real dry. It's not really great for raising cattle. We've probably had as many as 300 head out here, but it's the land is a little bit too dry to maintain that kind of.
At least a good amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gets expensive to feed. So we're calf and cow operation. We don't slaughter our own beef out here, but we do raise cattle.
So you guys just raise them and then ship them off?
We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 facilities out here, and we'll do small events from 25 people all the way up to about 4,000 people. We do weddings, company play days, meetings, Christmas parties, you name it, we do it. It's kind of a great atmosphere to bring out your friends.
Yeah.